Well, we ended up starting a little bit early because our CHS band was playing, and we thanked them for doing so, but they were hot, and we wanted to capitalize on the crowd that the band brings. So we went ahead and started our dedication ceremony a little early, and we went ahead and cracked open the time capsule. The 1976 committee, the Bicentennial committee, had planned for us to open this, and we were made aware of that from a gentleman who's standing off camera right now and his family, and it was kind of an opportunity for them to carry on their legacy. Once we did that, we retrieved it. It's been in storage for a few years, but as an own personal experience, aware of how time capsules work from coast to coast, oftentimes they have similar results. Any type of cavity buried underground oftentimes will take on water, and that's just the challenge with that. So I suspected that from the very beginning, but for me, and I think what the conversation I want for the greater communities is that it doesn't depreciate the importance, the significance of carrying on the American spirit, the story that it tells, and it keeps us talking both about what those people did, but what we're contributing to society as well going forward. So as it pertains to this particular one, it's a really cool, it was like an igloo cooler that they attempted to seal with like latex or silicone or something. That seems to be the only, sealing mechanism of it. Inside, obviously I found about 2-3 inches of water. Those who were gathered saw it as well. We have 2 of these plaques. I think that we might be able to, my own company will be able to probably do some restorative services and see what this looks like. So I'm going to take this back to one of my guys and see what he can do for it. Okay. I think that we might be able to preserve this for our community.
So was this like a cloth flag?
Yeah,
or something?
so this is the Bicentennial flag, and Steve shared that he remembers that specifically. We had an American flag which did not make it, and we have some good pictures of that where myself and Denver Speldinger and my dad tried kind of displaying it. We have a bunting that would have been appropriate for the time. Not sure what this was, haven't figured that out yet. And this was some type of kind of packet of documents. There appears to be maybe a registry, some phone book stuff. We see some previous businesses that Conneaut had. So as that dries out, we may or may not be able to discern any more. But Steve here is actually the gentleman who alerted us to it.
First, is it going to be done differently for the next?
Sure. So as we plan for the 300th, which we're working collaboratively with the Historical Society and other organizations, we're going to kind of follow the model of the 1996 time capsule here in Conneaut, and objectively we're going to try and store it with a local organization. So the 96 time capsule is actually in a vault at Conneaut Savings Bank.
Oh, okay.
And we will either follow suit with keeping it there or at the Historical Society, but we'll have a little bit of a documented precedence just because we've learned from these experiences.
Okay. And your grandfather had something to do with the original putting this together, is that right?
That's right. He was part of a 3-person committee that chaired the Bicentennial celebration. A man named Wes, a woman named Virginia Kepler, and my grandfather, William Sangster Brandy, lived here from 63 to 79, retired from the Norton plant, volunteered at the Conneaut Railroad Museum, which I affectionately call Grandpa's Train House. So after the ceremony in 1976, he kept telling me, be there in 2026. I wrote down your and Matthew's name, my brother Matt right there, and we figured he wanted us to be here. If the stuff had survived, he might have read my grandsons may be there, Steve and Matt, and we would have been. So, but when the contents came out kind of messy, I wasn't surprised. I'm from Danville, Illinois, where I work as a radio news broadcaster, and we've had a few time capsules that turned out just like that. It's always hit and miss. It's a crap shot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But just being here for it was wonderful.
So, any message your grandfather had for you probably is lost, unless when they dry things out, it miraculously saved.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know what? He lived until 1990, and a lot of great memories of him. Even after he left Conneaut in September of '79 and moved to Platteville, Wisconsin, where my uncle lived at the time, we had great memories, great visits, wonderful memories, and the fact that he lived into my adulthood was good enough for me. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So you came back to Conneaut specifically for this?
Right, I did. I live in Cissna Park, Illinois, work in Danville, Illinois. My brother now works in Columbus, so he's closer. But we always had planned to be here for this, and my wife Kim joined us, and we made special arrangements to be here for this weekend, and it's just great to be back and see the town again, see the Railroad Museum, even from the outside since it was closed because of the heat. But just being here, looking out on the lake, we hope to see the fireworks tomorrow. We were here for the fireworks many times in the 70s. My mother loved them over the lake, so we're going to try to catch them tomorrow.